A further 1.7 million people in England are being told to shield from coronavirus, and everyone on the vulnerable list is being urged to stay at home until at least March 31st.
Officials said the list, first drafted almost a year ago, was being almost doubled after no 10 scientific advisors identified additional adults at serious risk of COVID-19. The Department of Health did not say who would be added, but the update will look at risk factors including age, weight, ethnicity and deprivation rather than just underlying conditions.
It comes after the National Audit Office revealed last week hundreds of thousands of vulnerable patients were not told to shield due to out-of-date records. Today's announcement pours cold water on hope's lockdown could start to be eased next month, suggesting medics do not think it will be safe.
This is despite the government smashing its target of vaccinating 15 million of the most vulnerable by February 15th.
There had been hopes that, once those most at risk were jabbed and developed immunity several weeks later, that the most draconian curbs could be lifted. Of the 1.7 million new shielders, 900,000 have already had their first dose because their age or medical history made them eligible during the first phase of the rollout. But health chiefs are now racing to immunize the 800,000 who were missed during the first wave of vaccinations. Health chiefs said they will be prioritized.
People who are shielding are advised not to leave their homes, except for brief exercise or medical appointments, because they're at much higher risk of being hospitalized or dying if they catch the coronavirus.
Even shielders who have had their first dose of vaccine are being told to continue shielding until they have had their second shot and developed immunity from it, which happens after about 3 weeks after the injection. But children who live with people who are vulnerable should still go to school when they reopen, providing they are not at risk themselves. The Department of Health said it was expanding the shielding list after the government's scientific advisors identified additional adults at serious risk of COVID-19 using a new algorithm.
Oxford University scientists developed the model, known as COVID, which analyses a combination of risk factors based on patients' medical records. It looks at their age, weight, ethnicity, and level of deprivation, as well as whether they take certain medications.
Of the 1.7 million new shielders, 900,000 have already been vaccinated because their age or underlying health conditions has already made them eligible. But health chiefs are now racing to vaccinate the 800,000 who were missed during the first wave of vaccinations. They will be targeted before the end of April.
What does the tool take into consideration?
The following are some variables were examined to make the tool.
In other coronavirus developments today,